I was out at the library today. I called a cab to get back. This is weird. Co-op, the lady said. I said, yeah, the name's Barker. I'm just at McGill here in front of the library. And the lady goes, did you want a cab? No, I'm just letting you know where I am, that's all. I'm visiting in town. I know you like to keep tabs on people, so yeah. If I go somewhere else, I'll call. Don't worry about that. Yeah, of course I want a cab. Why else do people call you? Now I'm curious. What are you wearing? She tells me he'll be there shortly. Well, can you give me a little better idea? So she goes, he won't be long. The worst is when they go, he'll be there in no time. Like, I'm no physicist, but logically that means either he's already there or he's never coming, right? I'm not a good driver. I'm dependent on the cabs. I'm absent-minded. That's my problem. I drift into the other lane. I constantly having people shaking their fist at me and calling me a bonehead or you moron. I don't care. They're going way faster than I am. I'm never going to see these people again in my life. It's not like I'm going to take it to heart, roll down the window of the car. You don't know me as a whole person. I have other qualities besides being a bad driver. Oh, sorry. It runs in the family, I think. I have a cousin who suffers from attention deficit disorder. He's asked me to mention this at my shows. He's been trying to raise awareness by wandering across Canada.
Irwin Barker wowed people in Winnipeg, Calgary, and Vancouver. He has a funny take on life.
I had the privilege of being part of the Nature Challenge in Calgary. It was kind of nice, and flew there and back from with a lovely WestJet. They very concerned that you pack your own bags, by the way. There's 3 times the WestJet lady asked me if I packed my own luggage. Did you pack your own bag? Yes, I did. And she goes, you're the only one that packed your bag? Oh, yeah, I'm very independent type. Yeah, I just... I brush my own teeth as well, but, you know, I'm not bragging. And then she goes, and you're aware of all the contents of your bag? And I didn't say anything. And she goes, sir, you're aware of all the contents of your bag? Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought you were drawing a logical conclusion from your first 2 questions. I didn't pack blindfolded. Is that what you're asking? I'm very rarely surprised when I open my own luggage. Turnips, what? Who packed this? I don't know why the pilot is so concerned that we know who he is. You know, you're trying to have a little sleep on the plane, but oh no, they can't do that.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. It's your captain speaking, Captain Richardson.
Oh man, if only I had a pen, huh? Put that on my list of things I care nothing about. Captain Richardson, was that it? I got to remember this now? For what? You know, 3 years later, midnight at Burger King.
Can I take your order, please?
Captain Richardson? Hey. It's me, Irwin, 8A. How you doing, man? Spent the winter here in Halifax. Got to experience the big hurricane, Juan. That was quite... I love the fact that the armed forces were in there afterwards to clean up all the debris and the branches and everything in camouflage. That was interesting. We had the flooding in Winnipeg, and they had the armed forces in there as well, putting up sandbags to help save the city. Toronto, of course, the big blizzard, they had the army in there, shovel them out. Montreal, the ice storm. That's what I love about Canada. We're the type of country where when you see troops moving in, right away you're thinking, oh, looks like we're in for some bad weather.
From Winnipeg, the comedy professor, Irwin Barker.
You ever look up the word dictionary in the dictionary? A little hand comes out and smacks you in the head. Oh, this is where the word potato is defined in Webster's dictionary as a farinaceous tuber. You figure if somebody doesn't know what a potato is, a farinaceous tuber is going to clear it up for them? Aren't they going to be looking at that going, oh, look, more words. This book's stupid. The American Standard Dictionary defines potato as potato, noun, potato, you know, potato. saw this one where this guy went in to rob a Mac store, and the one witness who happened to be there was a portrait artist, just of all the rotten luck. Going in to rob a store while Bateman's in there getting smokes. See, the cops are like, well, what did he look like? Well, he looked exactly like this. He's a little... A little squirrel in the tree. Here, take that home and frame it. Some guy's rotting away in jail. Meanwhile, his wanted poster's fetching 50 grand at Sotheby's, huh? This lady stopped me outside today. She goes, excuse me, sir, do you have the correct time? No, I have the incorrect time. It's not 2:45, I can tell you that much. How about Pavlov? I wonder whether Pavlov was ever sitting in a bar and a phone rang and he went, oh no, I forgot to feed the dog. Do a show, took the bus, and this big greasy guy sitting beside me, and I fell asleep. Had my head flopped over and just landed on this guy's shoulder, and he just freaked out on me, just bang, practically put me through the window. Guy looks at me and he goes, what are you, gay? Like that would be my big move, huh? Vancouver, animal rights is huge out here in BC compared to Manitoba. Man alive, Vancouver, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting an animal rights activist. You ever have a friend who's got like really, really bad breath? You got to use that indirect approach. Say, Henry, what do you say we go over to my place, brush our teeth, and watch the game? Just got to kind of slip it in. I know, the last election, the guy beside me voted for the marijuana party. I know that for a fact because he folded his ballot like this. I was watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Do you ever watch that show? Well, how come it takes them so long to answer the simplest questions in the world? You know, like Regis, he's up there. He's like, now, what is the primary ingredient in toast? Is it A, carbon, B, yeast, C, bread, or D, jam? Yeah? Guys, got to think about it. Well, I know it's not jam because you put jam on toast, but. You know, Regis, I remember when I was a kid, we used to get up in the morning and we'd brush our teeth, and then we'd head downstairs, we'd pour dried cereal into a bowl, put milk on that, we'd eat it with a spoon. And while we were doing that, my mother would make toast. So I'd like to call my mother. I was watching this thing on the pink flamingo. It was kind of cracking me up. The narrator guy is going, the pink flamingo, keeping an ever vigilant eye for predators. Well, no wonder. He's bright pink. This poor bird, his whole life is, oh, this is no good. I got to get out of here. I'm the wrong color for this place. I didn't fare very well in the camouflage department. Look at me, I'm hot pink. Why didn't God just make my bird call into ta-da? Yoo-hoo! Looking around for construction sites so he can hide up against the insulation. I got myself one of these Costco memberships. Have you been to Costco? Man, it's a great place to shop, you know, if you're planning on having the Russian army over for fish sticks for you. Handy enough if you're running an orphanage, I suppose. As a single guy, it's weird. It's like huge decisions. All right, now what flavor of soup am I going to eat for the next 3 years of my life here? You don't want to be 8 months into the cream of broccoli going, oh, I don't know if I can go the distance on this stuff. I'm just going to wait for the food bank benefit and be the hero. That's what I'll do. Man. Get my wheelbarrow. I'm going now. I don't care. Oh, man. I remember the first time I went, I had on my list nutmeg. Huh? Go to the spice section. The smallest they've got are these drums. It's like Marco Polo didn't bring that much nutmeg back from China. You think I'm lugging that on the bus? You're crazy. That's just... And they got weird stuff too, like bookshelves and wading pool. Like, who has wading pool on their grocery list? Anybody here? Yeah? Especially there, just buy the giant margarine and wait till it's empty, huh? Takes like 6 years, sitting in the backyard, reminiscing. Oh, man. Oh, I still can't believe it wasn't butter. Is that weird?